Welcome back to Asia Prime. Prime Minister of Japan Yoshihide Suga calls the nation to continue staying vigilant against the coronavirus as the state of emergency comes to an end today.
State of emergency was lifted in 19 prefectures, including Tokyo, as well as the quasi-state of emergency in other areas, as infection cases have plunged from its peak. Suga says the number of the vaccinated Japanese citizens surpassed that of the U.S., with about 70% of the nation being vaccinated at least once. The Japanese government will ease restrictions on eateries and events on stages, but the Japanese citizens are still asked to keep wearing their masks and avoid close contacts. Meanwhile, Australia will reopen its borders for international travel starting next month. The restrictions will be removed once the country reaches 80% of double-dose vaccination targets, expected to be reached by November.
Fully immunized Australians and residents with a Therapeutic Goods Administration recognized vaccine will be required to quarantine for 7 days, while others will have to spend 2 weeks in quarantine. Prime Minister Scott Morrison says the Therapeutic Goods Administration has recognized 2 other vaccines for incoming passengers. He says this will help incoming passengers from India and China. Cuba, where beaches and recreation centers have reopened, authorities announced that it is time to resume to outdoor activities.
Officials say the reopening was decided on because 90% of the city's residents are vaccinated, and the number of new cases have been declining. Some people were quick to take advantage of the announcement and headed straight to the beach to enjoy the sun and the sand. On Tuesday, Governor of Havana, Reynaldo Garcia Zapata, revealed the reopening of beaches, swimming pools, gyms, and other spots, adding to relaxations of the pandemic restrictions announced last week. Authorities also say they would not increase bus service to the beaches, as is normally done during the hot weather, and popular food spaces would not be allowed to reopen on shore.